Hi guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about proportionality, and in proportionality you have two relationships. First is directly proportional and the other one will be inversely proportional. If I were to write them down as a relationship, this is how it would look like. Y is directly proportional to X, and this would be Y is directly inversely proportional to X, which is directly proportional to 1 over X. So what do these two relationships actually mean is that when Y increases for directly proportional, when Y increases, X will increase at a constant rate as well. But for inversely proportional, when Y increases, X will decrease. And it is true vice versa as well. So when Y decreases, X will decrease for directly proportional, but for inversely proportional, when Y decreases, X will increase. Alright, so if we were to plot a chart for directly proportional, we could see that as the number of Y value increases, X value on its x-axis will increase at the same rate. Okay, and if we were to plot a graph, then this is how it will look. You can see that when the value for Y increases, then the value for X will increase as well. Okay, but for an inversely proportional chart, when the value of Y decreases, you can see that X is constantly increasing. Okay, so if we were to talk about Y equals to mx plus c, the gradient for directly proportional would be positive, and the gradient for inversely proportional will be negative. Alright, it is also true for increasing Y, then X will decrease as well. So let's see how we should tackle these kind of problems in a typical exam question. Okay, if we were to look at this here, Y is directly proportional to the positive square root of X. Okay, when X equals to 9, Y equals to 2. So this is a directly proportional question. First we could write down is the relationship Y is directly proportional, relationship first, right? Y is directly proportional to the square root of X. So this is the square root of X. Okay, this is the relationship. Now if we were to write this down as an equation, we have to add a constant factor k. Y is equals to k square root of X. Now this is your equation. Okay, what is this k represent? This k would represent over here. If you can see, you do not necessarily always start at 0. Then if you increase by 1 unit, then this might be increasing by 10 units. Okay, so this is the k value, the constant. So you can see here, when X equals to 9, Y equals to 12. So if you were to just simply write this down, right, when Y equals to 12, X square root of X equals to 9. Now over here we have 12. On the right hand side, this value is actually 3. We would know that 12 does not equal to 3. That's why we have to add in our k value. And to find this k constant, we have to simply rearrange the formula. 12 equals to square root of 9, which is actually 3, equals to k. So therefore k equals to 4, 12 divided by 4. Alright, now that we found the k value, we can proceed to the next part of the question. Find Y when X equals to 1 over 4. Now from here we need to rewrite our equation. Y equals to 4 square root X. Right, this is our equation, right? K, this 4 we've gotten from the k value that we found just now. So from here, X is equals to 1 over 4, right? 1 over 4. Therefore Y is equals to write this, the next new line of equation. Y is equals to 4 times square root 1 over 4, which is actually 1 over 2. So y is equals to 2. Okay, for this question, directly proportional, this is the relationship, this is the equation, and then this is the k value. Okay, relationship, then equation, find the k value first, then from there solve the last part. This is your last part, right? Find y when this is your y. This is your final answer for directly proportional questions. Now let's look at another example for inversely proportional. Now, most of the time you have to read the questions properly. Okay, P is inversely proportional to the square of q plus 4. So first we have to start with our relationship first. P is inversely proportional. Inversely is 1 over whatever this is, right? The square of q plus 4. Don't forget the square, okay? Q plus 4 square. Okay? Now, from our relationship, we're going to move on and try to form an equation. P is equals to, now k is multiplied by whatever is on the right hand side, right? So k could be written on the top over q plus 4 square. Alright, this is our equation right now. From here, the next step is to find k value, right? So when p equals to 2, q equals to 2. When p equals to 2, okay, q equals to 2 plus 4 square. So k would equals to 2 plus 4 square. This is actually 6 square, which is 36 times 2. 36 times 2 times 2, right? So therefore k is actually equals to 72. From here that we found our k value, we have to substitute this k value into the last part where they ask you to find the value of p when q equals to -2. So now rewrite everything. Value of p is equals to k 72 over -2 plus 4 square, right? Now from here we need to solve for p. -2 plus 4 is 2 square, that is also 4. 72 divided by 4, p is equals to 18. And this would be our last answer. Now if you can look at these two for comparisons, you will see that it always starts in the same way. First thing that you need to do for directly proportional or inversely proportional, you have to find the relationship. Okay, after you found the relationship, then you have to form an equation. Look, this is not an equation, right? This is just what p is related to q. When you want to form an equation, you always have an equal sign. So this part is your equation part. Okay, form this equation just simply substituting this symbol into equals and adding the k multiplied to the right hand side. Okay, then from here you substitute your values that you've gotten from your question. Okay, from your question, p equals to 2 when q equals to 2, p equals to 2 when q equals to 2. Then from here you need to find for the value of k. After you found the k value, you're going to substitute the k value back into the last part of your equation. This is again the last part, right? The last part of your equation. Find the value of p when q equals to -2. Find the value of p when q equals to -2. Now you have this over here is your full equation, 72 over -2 plus 4 square. You would have gotten 72 divided by 2 square, which is 4. 72 divided by 4 is actually 18. This is your final answer. Then that is it for directly proportional and inversely proportional.